the end. Okay, so the next match was Bret Hart versus Sergeant Slaughter. They were looking forward to give one another. As the bell rang out, two wrestlers would get quickly gain control from one another frequently during the match, and it was the most thrilling match of the whole event. But the crowd remained silent. Ultimately, not even one untimely, not even one single cheer or boo emitted from the crowd. They were just looking to find out why all the other wrestlers were acting so strangely. At the end of the match, Sergeant Slaughter emerged victorious, but the crowd remained silent, and Sergeant Slaughter was confused as to why no one was cheering for his victory over Bret Hart. He looked at the crowd in disbelief, unsure as why the crowd was silent and not looking to utter a word. So Sergeant Slaughter started talking to the crowd to demand some sort of answer to. Okay, let me ask you this. Why are y'all so silent? Usually when I win, y'all be cheering for me from end to end. I'm not hearing a single word from any of you, man. What the heck is wrong? Is something seriously up? I'm to the point where you don't even want to cheer for your favorite wrestlers? Yeah, I'm curious to know. If not you, I'll just ask if that staff forgot. Or hey, you haven't told this yet to your sergeant when he speaks to you. Is that right? Well, why aren't y'all doing it? I need to know what's up. Because something just seems like you don't want to say a word to me. You know what? That's fine. Don't answer me. Just keep your secrets, you darn man. Boy, this is the World Wrestling Federation is shaping out to be, then by God, it's gonna be bad. If I was in charge, I'ma make y'all answer to me. I'd be in direct charge of this whole darn crowd and would demand an answer from all of you. Because right now, the whole darn crowd is silent. I don't know what's going on, because y'all won't say anything. But you know, I can't make you do something you won't do. But if I were to the WWF, I make it mandatory to answer to me. Whatever, I'll be seeing myself out now. Have a good day. Throughout the entire speech, as well as the aftermath, the crowd remained completely silent. Not a single word came from the crowd. The whole crowd knows that something is definitely up. With past incidents like Wakanda, Kanos, and Yamamoto, there is something that is more than likely going on that the WWF is keeping silent about. Something much darker than is going on behind the scenes and completely refusing to address it. This refusal to be transparent is what is getting these wrestlers hurt. Maybe the WWF was secretly in on the whole deal and there's a reason. Either way, the crowd wasn't pleased. Three wrestlers, and all of them had were acting crazy and being carried away in stretchers. This had to be something far more darker. And the crowd realizes it. This was no longer any sort of coincidence discussion in the crowd. The crowd is now aware that something much darker is happening in WWF and is refusing to say what is going on. If it was some sort of setup, then it may have been planned from the start. Whatever it may have been, the crowd could feel something that was going on and not normal. Three incidents with three wrestlers make it more than just a pure coincidence. Something weird was going on, and WWF is refusing to be transparent about it. Either way, Grand Stage continued with the next match. It was another well-known wrestler versus another unknown. Steve Lombardi would take on Douglas Greenway in the next match. Douglas came from the west coast of America, specifically somewhere in Nevada. He is known to be someone who is very into gambling, and before his wrestling days, he would take usual trips to casinos in Las Vegas. At least that's what some sources say about him, but we don't know and have any evidence to back this up. So for now, consider it speculation from the very few sources this wrestler we have left. When Douglas made his entrance, he was considered completely lost. The man looked so out of that he was about to lose his whole mind. Strange, this thing that Douglas did when he entered the ring was shot himself in his own money, as if he was stealing it. He made wacky hand movements and did very strange stuff the crowd couldn't seem to comprehend. This day got even worse when he entered the ring, supposedly to face his opponent, Steve Lombardi. The man just straight up lost his entire mind when the bell rang. Again, he acted like he just won the lottery. Man was shouting and acting like a crazy rich man and making weird and other weird stuff. Just then, the WWE came to a son, Douglas. He was determined to be right on the spot. The security went to take Douglas out. but he actively refused to leave. Instead, he ran through the crowd and darted out of the venue. Sped off right on the spot due to the sheer speed he was going at and the sheer force of the impact on the tree. The cameraman filmed the video of the wreckage as Vince was talking to the crowd and wondering what in the world was happening. Seeing fleeing from our security to avoiding arrest and ran into a car directly into a tree. This determined to be the wrestler was not when he entered the ring. Wakanda, Kanos, and Yamamoto were also not sober as well. I do not know what the heck is happening. Trust me, I will find the culprit and they will get heck unleashed on them. These wrestlers were fairly new and they signed with the WWF, and all of them had similar fates tonight. I don't know who or what is causing this, but this is a major code red. This is not the type of night we were planning for. We also found out that 3 other wrestlers were not sober on. He also found that has also done wrong in treatment. Whoever was doing this will be found, and they will experience. Just then, the feed was hijacked, and the live camera feed is seen. This is a video feed from being broadcast in the WWF locker room. It shows a man inside the locker room recording video footage of the cause of the incident. A former executive, Dave Douglas, is seen with another WWF wrestler, Juan Kama. The character Juan plays his mariachi. From Mexico. I probably pronounced that wrong. Dave speaking to Juan directly, telling him about these amazing performance enhancing. Of course, Juan allows the WWF exec to inject him with these. For a while, it seemed Juan was acting normal. He loves it and wants him to try more. Obviously, did not realize that these were likely to cause all the other incidents and agreed to be injected with these. Juan's performance skyrockets. He becomes a lot more agile than he was before. And then Douglas leaves the locker room, snickering as he does. Of course, the spies caught filming Dave, and so Dave chases after him, likely intending to destroy the footage. And later, as Juan entered the arena, he was just as 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 the other 3 wrestlers. For the crowd, it all made sense. It was supposed to be George the Animal Steel. As soon as Juan made his entrance, he was already determined to be. As soon as he started acting strangely, he collapsed halfway through the ramp leading into the ring and fainted. Vince and the crowd looked complete shock. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Vince is seen confronting Dave Douglas directly and fires him on the spot. Swears Dave Douglas will never be allowed to work in wrestling again, and also calls the police. Dave was given a 10-year prison sentence for the damage he inflicted on the wrestlers. He was also given a hefty fine of $650,000. The event was also ended prematurely, with the final 2 matches completely cancelled for the safety of the wrestlers. And also, Vince talked to the crowd for the very last time at the event before it was finally all over. I'm so sorry, but we have no choice but to end grand stage our prototype event prematurely for the safety of our other wrestlers. We're gonna host 2 more final matches tonight, but with everything that's been gone down over the past hour, we are no longer able to do so. Just know that Dave Douglas has been juggling some of the lesser known wrestlers with to improve your in-ring performance. We all know that is not the case. The only thing has resulted in the 4 wrestlers, soon to be 5. We all know how the planned event will go down, but it will be nothing like this now. We're gonna be working on the event in the background, but there will be nothing like this now. We're gonna be working on the future event in the background, and we will let you know about any information in the future. We are sorry this night went down. Dave Douglas has been fired and he has been faced with 10 years in prison and $650,000 fine for damages inflicted on the wrestlers. We are still planning for our main event to happen next year in 1985, which is Hulk Hogan, Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. Thank you for coming, and please stay safe out there and enjoy yourself. And that's where the DVD ends. We cannot believe what we just witnessed. That DVD held some dark things that we won't be able to unsee them. We ripped the whole DVD and uploaded it to the internet and went back to destroy disc on. I cannot believe that's what the WWE is trying to hide from us. and trying to make it obscure so no one knew what happened on that night, besides the people who actually attended the event in person. So if you watch it, you won't believe what you'll see. It's pretty hard to say how it happened, and here's what I believe. The reason those wrestlers don't show up on the official 1984 WWF roster is because they were Dave Douglas was secretly giving us 5 wrestlers performance ahead. Because while the event was going on, it's highly likely the reason the wrestlers were circled during the intro was because there was symbolism. It was a foreshadowing of what was to come later. Of course, the WWF never authorized Dave to edit the grand stage. The reason WWE wanted to cover this up because it was the most dark moment in WWE history that the WWE didn't want people to revisit. And most likely the reason the wrestlers were out of their minds in the first place, they were news wrestlers that only got signed fairly recently at the time the event took place. And Dave Douglas wanted to get rid of the newbies so the only remaining wrestlers were long-time wrestlers. Of course, this didn't work out in Dave's favor. Besides, if Dave Douglas was still there at the company, he would have single-handedly ruined the Attitude Era by Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H. The WWE wanted to make sure that he would not ruin the future of the company and fired him on the spot to ensure that he would not ruin the company's reputation. And that is why Grand Stage was kept in the WWE archives until now. And that was episode 10 of my Channel 4 series, Lost WWE WrestleMania Prototype Event, WWF Grand Stage. This one seemed personal, since I'm a wrestling fan myself. I'm pretty much a wrestling fan myself. So this one is kind of personal. I mean, it's absolutely awful what these it that's absolutely awful what these people have had to done. People had to go through. And I'm thankful that there are more stricter wellness policies. If they had wellness policies like this back in the day, Dave Douglas would have never done the stuff that he did on the spot. And Grand Stage would probably be something talked about for years. I mean, there were really so there were really solid matches in there. Like Andre the Giant, King Kong Bundy, Hulk Hogan, Big John Studd, Bret Hart, Sergeant Slaughter. I mean, they were all solid matches. But then Dave Douglas had to ruin everything. I hope he's never anywhere near a performance center. I hope he's never anywhere near a WWE place again. I'm pretty proud of the WWE of what it's become now. So, for the episode 11, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.